Hey guys, before I begin, just want to say I'll be streaming every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. GMT, so do join me to chat and have fun, and I'll be more than happy to talk about almost anything, doesn't really have to be games related. And yeah, most importantly, do remember to like and subscribe if you like my contents. Hey guys, so in this video, it will be episode 5 of my Zero to Hero Assassin COCI Spear. And in this video, I am going to showcase how the farming begins. It's all about getting rich fast with a stable income. Yeah, like I mentioned in the very first video, I'll be doing Shaper Guardian runs. I'll be just focusing on this farming process, and I will just briefly go through it in this episode. Okay, before I begin, I just want to mention that at the end of everything, after I've gone through all the mechanics and requirements of what you need to know, tips and stuff to take note, I will showcase the gameplay of me killing all the 4 guardians, Shaper, and of course including the form. Okay, from those videos you can actually replay it over a few times if you are new, just to understand how the boss mechanic works. Okay, just seeing it one time will definitely not do it. I assure you, if you are new, you probably need to see a few times, understand what the boss skills are before hopping in. Okay, so just a quick explanation. What are we farming from Shaper and Guardians? Basically, you do the Guardian maps to get the fragment of Hydra, Chimera, Phoenix, and Minotaur. As you can see from the picture, it's just the 4 fragments, one on each side. And then with these 4 fragments, you're going to put it in your map device to fight the Shaper. And the Shaper is going to drop you either the fragment of shape or fragment of knowledge. Okay, these 2 fragments sell for very high amount of currency, probably at least 1.5 times more than what cost the 4 fragments. Okay, and next is, after killing all the 4 guardians, you'll get a chance to do the form. It is the invitation from Maven, and after killing the 4 guardians in the invitation, the main item you want to get is probably Crescent Splinter. Okay, other profitable items are Platinum Watchstones. They are quite expensive, and it will definitely drop more Guardian fragments and more Guardian maps. Okay, before I begin explaining on the boss mechanics, I would like to do a quick analysis of the profits for my full run. So basically, the time taken for each Guardian map is about 2 minutes. Sometimes I did under that. My fastest run was about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Yeah, and so basically 4 Guardian maps will mean about 8 minutes, and per Shaper run is about 6 minutes. Is quite standard, it's around there. And per form is about 2 minutes. So I think 2 minutes is actually a bit too long, because once you go in and activate, you only have about 20 seconds to kill the boss before the next 2 spawn. So on average, actually, you will only take about 1 minute or so. Okay, so basically the total time taken for the whole full run is about 18 minutes. Okay, just estimate around there. It can be 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, so next is the cost. So the cost of each Guardian map is about 15 chaos, which means 4 Guardian maps will be 60 chaos. And then the form invitation, I put it at 8 chaos. Okay, so it actually costs about 40 C, but it drops about every 5 to 6 maps. Okay, so sometimes it drops like every 2 maps for me. Sometimes it drops once every 4 maps for me. Sometimes once every 5 to 6 maps. So I noticed that it's consistent around about 5 to 6 if you take on average, and that is why I took 40C divided by 5. Okay, and that's how I get AC, and basically your total cost will be 83 chaos. And for the profit, so basically profit from Shaper, you get fragment of shape or knowledge. On average, it's about 85C. The form, what you're looking for here is Crescent Splinter. There will be 4 of it, and it costs about 70 chaos. Also, next is one of the Guardian fragments. It costs about 10 chaos. One Guardian map, about 15 chaos. And one Orb of Unmaking, 10 chaos. Okay, so this one is actually very subjective. So far, I've did all the form and I've got it, but I have heard from my friends or some of the players in my Discord channel that it is not 100% drop. Okay, there are times where it actually does not drop. So that's why I have a bracket subjective over here. But yeah, I'm just gonna include it because so far I've gotten it for every of my runs, and basically the total profit will be 190 chaos, which is over here, minus 83 chaos, which you will get 107 chaos. Okay, just by doing all this. And this is just the base, okay? Remember, you'll earn much more than that because there are other loots as well. Like maybe every 2 maps you'll get additional Guardian fragments from the Atlas passive. There will be additional Guardian maps like from the normal Guardian maps, okay? When you kill them, there is a chance to drop a normal Guardian map, okay? And also, you'll get additional Watchstones from the form, like Platinum Watchstones. They are very expensive. Okay, so on average, you are earning about 1x per full run, okay? Estimate is about 15 to 18 minutes. You can ignore this, just do it at your own pace. So it's about 4x per hour, okay? Estimated about 4x per hour. Not the best, not the worst, but it is consistent, okay? For me, I have realized that I'm actually earning more than that because there are a lot of other stuff that I do also, and I will share with you more about it later. So what are the requirements to farm this, the process? First of all, you need your character to be between 90 to 95, okay, with at least the cluster version of my POE, which is the Cast on Crit Ice Spear, and you will need at least about 5 to 6 million DPS range against the Shaper Guardians, okay? That will be fine, okay? About slightly below 5 is also okay. You might struggle a bit, but I'm pretty sure you can clear them. But for the form, it might be a little bit difficult, okay? It might be. I have never tried it under 5 million, so I'm not sure. Okay, and the Uncharted Realms passive, the 2 important stuff you need is Remnants of the Past, which unique bosses have 3% chance to drop Elder Guardian, Shaper Guardian, map, whatever. Honestly, this is not important, but what we want is Guardian's Aid, okay? Basically, Shaper or Elder Guardians are healed and joined by an ally on first reaching 33% life, which means the moment they reach 33% life, another Guardian will appear on the same map. Okay, and they have a chance of dropping the fragments. I would say the chance is about 50%. Okay, it is about 50%. Okay, I might be right, I might be wrong. I'm not sure. I do not have the exact number, but based on how many maps I've done so far, I think it's about 50%. Okay, and if you want a more in depth of like the full Uncharted Realms that you can benefit, this is currently what I'm using. So basically what I'm using is, of course, with this tool, I actually included neural pathways because I have 1% chance for Synthesis map to drop from unique bosses, which is your Guardians, and you can get very delicious stuff from here. Okay, I have gotten 2 Cortex already, Cortex maps from the Guardians. The next one I took was Master of Atlas, for Zana mission on completion, and paths not taken, so that I can have double the options when I meet Zana. Okay, this is so good whenever I have Zana master mission on my Guardian maps, because almost most of the time, right, I will say like 80 to 90%, I will always have another Guardian maps on Zana, okay? And there was once I actually had a Cortex on Zana, but there was no Bottle Fate, sadly. Okay, and this is for total of 10 passive. I know you can get 12, so some people might ask me, so what about the 11 and the 12 passive? Okay, I would recommend you to take Close Allies. Okay, because using master missions on your Guardian map will going to give you a lot more extra profits. Like, I really mean a lot more, because example, if you're going to keep doing Syndicate, Immortal Syndicate or June missions, you will eventually reach the safe house and you're gonna get a lot of those scarabs, and some of those scarabs, right, can be so expensive. Like, you can even get some Glider Expedition scarab, the one that has that drops divination cards now. I can't remember what is it called. Yeah, if you get the guided version, you are just like 50 kiosk feature. This is just how easy it is. Okay, and back to the slide. So the third one will be to buy Guardian maps in bulk on TFT. Okay, guys, it is okay to spend a little bit more chaos just to buy in bulk. Do not be so hobo or so cheapskate just to save that few chaos. It's not worth the time. You're not gonna go one by one to every single player and buy maps one by one. Okay, so what, for some of you that doesn't know what is TFT, basically TFT is a Discord channel. I'm gonna share it over here. It's a Discord channel where there are many players in this group, and they do a lot of tradings. Okay, tradings, bulk buy, selling of stuff also. So what you're gonna look for here is basically maps. Let me just find here. Okay, so look at this. So for this league is Scourge, so it'll be Scourge softcore bulk want to buy. Just go to here. There will be plenty of people that's actually selling the maps. Okay, let me just see. Okay, so this is actually one to buy. I think there is a one to sell as well. Yeah, okay, so here is one to sell. Sorry, my bad. You have one to sell. You can see that people are selling. You look, Shaper Guardian map, 15 sets equals to 6.2x. Okay, so this might sound expensive. So the next question people ask me is, I don't have so much currency at the start, what do I do? Guys, buy the sets slowly. Okay, you can probably buy one set and do it first, and then use that money to sell off, buy another set, maybe two more sets, and then do that 2 sets and sell off. You'll probably be able to buy another 4 more sets. So it just keeps increasing. Okay, the money profit is there. You will see it. You will realize it the moment you are able to buy more sets of Shaper Guardian maps. Right? Don't be afraid to spend them. You will definitely earn it back. Okay. And the next one, please just run the Guardian maps in wipe. Okay, Orb of Scour, whatever. You don't want to risk yourself to fail the Guardians. Some of the mods can make the Guardian really crazy or insane. Like they just hit really fast and really hard. You're gonna get one shot every time the Guardian just touches you. So do not risk it. Just Orb of Scour it, run it on white map. The whole purpose of this run is just you want to get the fragments. Like nothing else really matters. Everything else is just a bonus. Okay. And when you are doing the Guardian maps, just run all the way. Do not attempt to clear every single mob in the map. Your objective is just to get to the arena and kill the boss. Okay, so 5th is to run the form invitation, Maven invitation in magic tier. So why magic tier? It's because magic tier will give you about 4 crescent splinter. I will explain this more later on. And 6, you got to know the boss skill mechanics, okay? Because you will need to dodge them. It doesn't mean this build is so strong that you can just tank them head on. You are definitely gonna die. Okay? For a low budget version, any build is going to die. There is no build on a low budget I can guarantee you that can tank all these kind of boss mechanics. No way. No way, okay? It's gonna hit really hard. So learn your boss mechanics. See more videos. You can look at mine more and understand their skill, what they does. Okay, so now onwards, I'm just going to quickly go through the boss mechanics. First is Hydra. Hydra only has 1 phases, and he actually will leave the arena with his blink arrow skill, okay? So he has 5 kinds of attack. One is Doom Arrow, where he has a slow animation skill, right, that rains down 9 projectiles in a straight line, okay? When I meant slow animation, I meant he actually charge up for a while first, and it doesn't come out immediately all at once. Okay, so just dodge left or right or go behind him. Next is Barrage. He charges and then shoot multiple times in a very small cone. It's just literally how Barrage works. Same, dodge left, dodge right, go behind him. And Fog Arrow, he shoots and splits into 2 projectiles twice in front. Okay, just go behind him. In Hydra, it's all about going behind him, just backstabbing him, man. Okay, for Blink Arrow, you will teleport off from the arena and summon a few minions. This is where you can actually take the time to charge your flask a little bit and just kill the minions and wait for Hydra to come back. Okay, sorry for the her. I don't even know if Hydra is a her or a he. I should have just put it. Okay, and the arena will actually summon Frostbolt Cannon, and the cannon will spawn on both sides and shoot, and it will appear more often when Hydra life is lower. Okay, so do not panic. You gotta stay calm. Just dodge those balls. And make sure that you do not get in front of Hydra, because while dodging these balls, sometimes you tend to forget and you like just stand in front of Hydra. You will definitely die. Okay, so Hydra, to me, right, is the easiest Guardian boss to fight, because it is really easy to dodge your attacks. All you need to do is just keep going to a back, right? And then you gotta dodge all the flying things around in the arena. Like I mentioned, taking a hit from the Frostbolt is fine, okay? Just do not panic and just keep running around in circle. You will die very fast. And yes, constantly go behind and attack. Okay, now it's a him. Okay, constantly go behind and attack it. It's its most vulnerable spot. Okay, and this is what I will do for every single Guardian fight. Save your dying sun flask only when the second Guardian has appeared. Okay, because this is to try and burst down one Guardian first. You're gonna spam literally all your flasks and burst down one Guardian as fast as you can, because fighting two Guardians is really hard and it can put you in a very tight situation. Okay, next is Chimera. Chimera has 4 phases. Each time 25% of his HP is depleted, it will leave the arena and then the minion phase will come in. So he has 4 kinds of attack. One is the combo attack. Like a red circle will appear around him. You can watch the video later. You'll realize the combo attack actually happen quite often. And what you need to do is just get out of there, alright, until his combo attack finish. Next is hide attack. He has multiple black clouds around him, so this only happen thrice per fight. Okay, like after each minion phase, it will usually happen unless you are able to burst him down too fast or fast enough that he will phase out again and he doesn't use this skill. So what happens if he uses this? You got to go through every single smoke cloud to reveal him. Okay, he will appear in one of the black clouds at random. So you might lucky the first cloud that you run past, he might be there, or the worst come to worst, he might be in the last black cloud that you haven't passed through. Okay, third will be the AoE attack. He just slashes multiple times in a small cone in front of him. Just go behind him and attack. Flicker strike, he just teleports to you and hit like what a flicker strike does. It's very hard to say how to dodge this, so I will just suggest to walk around, okay, just to avoid his hit. And he has 3 minion phases, right? So each time Chimera leaves the arena, you will start to kill them from the left side. Okay, so why the left side is because every minion has 4 waves, and the last wave will have a mini boss that spawns on the right. Okay, if you don't deal with it and his range attack hits you first, there's a chance that you might actually die. So that is why you start from the left, because left to right is the first phase, and then right to left is the second wave, and then left to right again is the third wave, and then the fourth wave will be the mini boss, right, which spawns on the right, and you will be on the right on the fourth wave. Okay, so the most annoying attack is probably the smoke cloud. You got to react really very fast. Okay, do not panic. Like in all the boss fight, okay, this is just generally in all the Guardian boss fight, you got to not panic, stay calm. Go past all the smoke clouds, otherwise you will probably die very fast when you run out of life flask before you can even find him. Okay, and play safe. Only attack when you see an opening or opportunity, like when he's doing his AoE or combo attack, right? Not combo attack, the AoE attack, or when he's using his default attack, you can just go behind him and hit. So the only thing that you need to take note is probably the combo attack or the hide attack. Right, same as all the Guardians, save your dying flask only when the second Guardian has appeared. Okay, so this is some additional tip for Chimera only. When the second Guardian is spawned, right, and the Chimera is back to full HP, guys, just burst down, spam your flask and burst down the Chimera, okay, until he left with 25% HP. He will leave the arena, right, and it will be left with one Guardian before he comes back. So this will allow you to deal with the second Guardian first before Chimera comes back into the arena. Okay, this is just one of the good part about Chimera because you can deal with them one by one. Okay, next is Phoenix. So Phoenix only has one phases. He does not leave the arena. And he has 4 kinds of attack. One is the normal attack. He slashes in front of you like a noob, honestly. And you can just either tank it or walk around him to dodge, okay? He literally like just takes the sword and just chop in front of you. Okay, and second is the whirling charge. He charges for a very, very short while and then he whirls in front of you with a short range cyclone attack. Guys, you gotta just dodge this either left or right. Okay, don't stand in front of him, whatever it is. You were very highly likely to die. Just run away from his attacks or range of sight. And third is Firebomb. He charges up for about 4 seconds and then explodes everything around him. So what you need to do here is just go far away, okay, to be extra safe, because there's no way you're gonna survive this Firebomb if you are within that range. You will probably more or less die. Okay, the fourth one will be Fire Tornado. Okay, so occasionally there will be some Fire Tornadoes that will be summoned from him, releasing outwards. I do not have proper information on this, and honestly, it's very hard to see how these Fire Tornadoes come out. Like, I think it's really very random. I do not really have any concrete information for this, so if you have, you can leave your comments below and let me know. But after fighting with Phoenix for so many times, I realized these Fire Tornadoes are very, very random. Like, sometimes I don't even see it coming out from him in the whole fight. Sometimes it just comes out like in all 5 directions. If you're standing in the middle of him, you immediately die, because you are taking 5 instances of damage from 5 Fire Tornadoes. Okay, so the arena summons Phoenix that will attack you with projectiles from time to time, and it also summons mini Fire Tornadoes at the side. Okay, so apart from it summoning from the Phoenix, it also does summon at the side. Okay, and yes, like I mentioned, never ever tank his whirling charge or Firebomb. Is just sweet side. It's very, very pain. Okay, and damage it only when he's using his normal attack. The moment you realize he's charging, you can just run away first. You gotta take it slow, play calmly. He will have a lot of openings and opportunities for you to attack. Okay, and so always kill the small Phoenix minions. When he is charging up his skill, you can take this chance to kill the small Phoenix minions. It's actually quite painful if multiple projectiles hit you, okay? Including the Phoenix normal attack, you can die from it. Okay, and like same as all other guardians, save your dying flask only when the second guardian has appeared to try and burst down one of them. Okay, our last guardian is the Minotaur. He has only one phase. He will leave the arena when he borrows. It's just for a very short while. Okay, so he has 4 kinds of attack. One is the normal attack. He just swings the mace in front. I think it's about 180 degrees, so just go behind him. And this is much more painful than Phoenix default attack, right? I don't know why, I don't know what's the maths or the number behind it, but I only know it is much more painful than Phoenix normal attack. Okay, so Slam is the second skill. He just basically smacks the ground and leaves an area where rocks will keep falling, and this lasts for 35 seconds, okay? So whatever it is, right, you do not stand in the rock falling area, okay? You are very highly likely to die if you just stand in it for a few seconds. Okay, third is Borrow. Like I mentioned earlier, he will just dig underground and emerge up with little damage, okay? So far, I have not survived before this skill. And you gotta take note, right? The moment he borrows, you gotta run backwards and leave the spot where you were at. Never ever use your blink skill or your movement skill towards the direction that he's borrowing, okay? You will definitely die, okay? Because I don't get it how the hitbox works, but I have never survived that. Also, I have tried to like run like frost blink past him while he's borrowing in my direction, but it never works. Okay, so fourth is Sweep. Basically, he just swings his mace over in a large area. I think this is 360 degrees because even if you stand behind him, you'll still get hit. Okay, it's hard to determine whether is it a normal attack or sweep skill, so just run away. Like after running away, his animation is so slow that you have about 1 to 2 seconds to hit him. Okay, so lastly, the arena has lightning walls, right? Whenever Minotaur loses 20% HP, and this lightning wall is very very annoying. Just either blink past it or just avoid touching it, because it slows you down really a lot, and you will be very vulnerable to his one hit skills. And lastly is the arena summons mini stone golems from time to time. Really nothing much over here. I guess it's just a source of getting back your flash charges. I don't see the stone golems doing even any damage to me, so I am not sure about this. Maybe I'm killing them too fast, I'm not sure. But it's a good source of flash charges, so just kill them while you are waiting or for an opportunity to hit Minotaur. Okay, and so far, right, this is the hardest boss in my opinion for melee build. Why? Is because his slam will reduce the area which you can attack him. Okay, you cannot attack him in melee range when there is those rock falling areas. And second, Burrow will make you run away immediately. Okay, you cannot even tank his Burrow attack. It is more or less a one hit. I have not tried before a character that has more than 8k HP and maybe some high physical reduction, but I think that will work. But for in this scenario where if you are using the COC Ice Spear version that I have, we are going to focus a lot on damage, and you will definitely get one shot from his Burrow skill, so just avoid it. And third, right, swinging his mace is really extremely painful. If you get hit, right, most of the time it's a near death situation. I have never get hit and left like more than half life. It's always about 3.5k damage or more. Okay, and fourth is getting hit by the lightning wall is really really bad. Okay, like I mentioned, it slows down your movement speed so greatly, right? It will make you vulnerable to Minotaur's attack. So the moment if you really really hit on the lightning wall, you gotta try your best to blink out of there to a safe spot. Okay, and his animations are really slow, right? So like I mentioned, you really can take this opportunity to hit him after he finishes the skill. He is just so slow after every skill that you have about 1 to 2 seconds to hit him. There's a 1 to 2 second window. Always just take this chance to go and hit him as much as you can. And last is same as the others, save your dying flask for the second guardian. Okay, some tips over here is if there's too much rock falling area, like you die too much and then you go back into the map and there's still tons of rock falling area, just go back to the portal, go back into the map and just wait. Okay, you have a 60-second invulnerability status, and that will be more than enough to remove all the annoying areas. Okay, so next is Shaper. He only has 3 phases, and each phase will require you to run through a small map. So basically you need to run through the small map like 2 times. And he has 6 kind of attack. Okay, so one is the normal attack, which you will actually hardly see. He just basically slashes you if you are within melee range. It doesn't kill you. Okay, so just go around him and hit him behind him. Okay, and next is the Shaper Beam. He will charge and release a very large white beam for about 3 seconds. What you can do is just go behind him and just start hitting him. There is a lot of opportunity to deal large amount of damage to him within these 3 seconds. Okay, so basically it's about more than 3 seconds because he charges, right? So the charge is about I can't remember, is it 1 to 2 seconds, but about on average you have about 5 seconds to hit him. And third will be the teleport slam. He charges for a little while and then he'll appear next to you in the air and slam the ground. Okay, just run away from the slam area. You have plenty of time to run away. You don't even need to use a flask or whatever. You can just walk out of it. Just don't attack him during this period of time. You have the chance to hit him afterwards. Okay, and fourth, he will summon a portal where minions will start coming in, and this will last for about 25 seconds. All you need to do is just kill those minions, man. Nothing else will attack you other than maybe the vortex ops or something like that. But yeah, this is a good opportunity for you to replenish your flask charges. So 5th, he will summon projectile balls. He will summon he will fire 3 projectiles, right? And these projectiles deal cold damage. You gotta dodge behind him and or dodge left and right for this. It's actually quite painful if you tank all of them. Actually, it's not painful. You probably die straight away from all of them. Okay, and 6 is Bullet Hell. This is the skill name. He teleports away, right, to the back of the map. Slightly to the back of the map, and then he will begin channeling a spell that unleashes about 16 volleys of 12 projectile each. Okay, there's no way you're gonna survive this if you are outside of Zana's shield zone. So guys, just be a normal person and stay inside Zana's shield zone, right? There will be a shield zone, like a red color shield looking thing that Zana will expand out, and just stand on top of her. So the only thing that can kill you when you are in this state is the Vortex Orbs. If it spawns in the center and it activates, you will definitely die. There is no way out of this. Okay, and last is the Arena summon small balls of Vortex, like I mentioned. They explode on touch and they leave like Vortex on the floor for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 8 seconds. I can't remember the duration. Just do not stand on it. And if you ever see this ball of Vortex, right, try to trigger it at the side of the map. Never trigger it in the center, okay? Do not lure the orbs of Vortex in the center of Mina, because, like I mentioned, if Bullet Hell, the spell, right, is activated, you are definitely dead in the center. There is no way you can run. There is no other corners or whatever you can run. So you'll be damaged in the center if you are standing in Zana's shield zone. If you go out, you'll get slapped by Bullet Hell. Okay, and in here there's no need to save the flask. Just spam whenever you're attacking Shaper. Make him go into different phases as fast as possible. Okay, and the tips will be, he attacks very often with the Shaper Beam right after Bullet Hell. Okay, so there's a little bit of timing you need to take note for this. So the moment you see when Bullet Hell is ending, he will charge up the Shaper Beam. And I really don't know how to advise for this, but try to use a movement skill or blink out into an area where there is no the Bullet Hell projectiles, right? And of course away from him. Do not stand in the line of sight for the beams. Okay, last is the form. Okay, the form drops in any Shaper Guardian map. I think it has about a 20 to 25% chance drop rate. I might be wrong. I do not have the full information on it. And the other thing is, when you are doing this on a white map, right, with 0 quantity, it will give you 3 Crescent Splinter. Okay, this is quite standardized. So you can do this probably for the first time to get the Uncharted Realm passives. And then doing it on a magic map, right, with 25% quantity. I think it is 25% quantity, okay? I'm not sure. It might be 20%, it might be 25%, I'm not sure. But just on a magic tier, will give you 4 Crescent Splinter, okay? And when I say magic tier, I mean a magic tier with 2 modifiers, not 1. 1 will give you 10% quantity only. Okay, and just make sure that it doesn't have any crazy mods like no leech, curse with vulnerability and stuff like that. You don't want to get one hit in this in magic maps. Okay, and the third one will be, if you are doing it on a rare map with 70% quantity, it will give you 5 Crescent Splinter. Okay, this is really good, but this is really very hard. You gotta keep rolling until you get not too much damage mod, or mods that does not affect you too much, and it is really very hard. Okay, I really highly suggest that you do not attempt this until you are much stronger, probably in high budget version, because you are not able to burst them down as fast as they hit you, and you probably get one hit in the 70% quantity map. Plus, if you're gonna keep re-rolling this, you're gonna waste a lot of currency. So I don't see a point in trying to roll for 70% quantity just to get one more Crescent Splinter. I feel it's not worth it. Okay, and when you are starting the invitation fight, attempt to burst down at least one boss from the start first, okay? Do not just rush in and tank their attacks. You have time, dodge if you need to. You have 20 seconds or so to kill before the next boss spawns. Okay, so 20 seconds might seem little, but Guys, trust. It is actually more than enough time just to kill one. Okay? And then you can probably kill the next one within the next 5 seconds, because there will be time that they stand together and you will damage both of them together. Okay, so next is try your best to burst down Minotaur first, okay? Because if there's too much slam area, I don't think there's any way you're gonna continue the fight. Okay, imagine the whole entire invitation arena is like slam area. Maybe like say like your top, your bottom, your left and your right. If it's all slam area, where are you gonna dodge your skills? You can't be standing at one corner and like trying to pray that none of the bosses come to you. That's not gonna happen, man. Phoenix, Chimera, Minotaur, they're just gonna use their skill and work towards your direction. Okay, and queue prioritization, I mentioned first is Minotaur. Second, I suggest will be Phoenix. Why? Is because his Whirling Blade and mainly his Whirling Blade. His Whirling Blade is going to cause a lot of distraction if you're not careful enough, and he charges towards you, you are definitely dead. Okay, and third is Hydra. So why Hydra instead of Chimera? Because Hydra is easy to deal with. You can just go to his back and kill him really fast, right? So why Hydra is not in second? Because if you are hitting Hydra at the back while Phoenix is there, you don't have a lot of opportunity to kill the Hydra if the Phoenix is going to charge you constantly, right? That includes his fire bomb as well. So once you deal with Hydra, you can slowly deal with Chimera. Because Chimera, he doesn't use his high attack, so there's no black smoke clouds or whatever funny skills, right? So all he does is slashes in front, he does the flicker strike as well, and he does the combo attack where he has the red circle thing around him. All you need to do is just get out of the range and hit the other bosses, right? So the last but not least is whatever you do, right, whatever version it is definitely 100% profitable if you clear it. Clear the form, I mean, okay? Even if it's on white, you get 3 splinter, it is still a profit. Okay, last but not least, some additional notes. Okay, this process, right, will allow you to farm all the way until your high budget build. Okay, sorry, I do not have time to make the high budget build yet. I am very busy with work and some other personal stuffs. I will try my best to get it done by the next in the next episode. Hopefully in the next few days. And okay, the next is it's normal to die a few times. Please don't die like 3 to 4 times and start complaining to me like why am I dying so often? I can't deal with it. It's normal to die, okay? If you left the last portal, stay there and call a friend for help. You can ask me also, provided I am free. Like, it's all about the skill mechanics. It's all about getting to know how to dodge all the guardian attacks, right? Honestly, it's not hard. Okay, and third, I think I mentioned this before. I'll try to do the form with magic modifiers, okay? Because 4 splinter, right, it will give you 4 splinter in magic, which means every 3 runs will give you 1 Maven's Reed. Every 5 runs will give you 2 Maven's Reed, right? And if you run them with no mods, white, which means 0% quantity, you only get 3 splinter. So which means every 4 runs you get 1 Maven's Reed, and 7 runs you get 2 Maven's Reed. Okay, that is a lot of difference just between white and blue map. Okay, and remember to do your master missions in the Guardian maps as well, okay? Do not skip them. It is just a quick additional way for you to earn side currencies. I'm talking about Elva, Ainha. Okay, Ainha is not so good, but you can do it if you don't have any other master missions. June, Zana. And one more thing I want to add on is every time you include a Zana map mod, make sure you check Zana's shop once you complete the map, because there will be really good stuffs in her shop sometimes. Like, it is possible to see a Cortex in her shop, okay, or even a Guardian's challenge card. I've purchased these items several times already, and one mistake I noticed is many people do not actually go and see her shop once their atlas is complete. This is a very common mistake, okay? She does sell unique maps in the shops. Okay, next is you will earn more than expected. You will earn much more than expected. What I mentioned previously, 4x was just an average number. There are a lot of other variables that you can earn from this. I have even gotten 2 cortex maps from all the garden boss drops already. Like so far, I think I have done maybe 10, definitely more than 10 sets of garden maps, and I've already gotten 2 cortex maps. Okay, of course that is definitely lucky, but what I'm trying to mention here is there are a lot of additional stuff that can be sold for additional currencies. So do not think that 4x is just a low number compared to others that might be farming, let's say Nemesis or whatever. It is just a good constant way of getting currencies, right? Okay, and last is guys, you might fail a few times at the start if you are a new player or you are new to this game, whatever. But come on, it's all part of the learning process, man. Everything comes with a cost. So don't worry to fail a few times. You know, when you fail, you just get up, man. Get up, start learning again, see a few videos. You'll definitely learn along the way and get the hang of it. Don't be afraid, okay? Like I mentioned, if you do not want to waste the chances, like you left a last bottle, you can always hit me up or come to my Discord channel and ask anybody for help. I'm pretty sure any of them will try their best to help you. Okay, I'm going to showcase my runs next, the 4 Shaper Guardian maps, Shaper Boss, and the Form. Just repeat it a few times if you need to have some playback or you need to re-see some of the boss mechanics. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy.
One of my captives hid a beast in his
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
One of my captives wore many faces. Now she cannot escape.
Just need a moment to catch up.
Okay, so this is the Shaper run. It's actually pretty simple. I would say it's easier than the Guardians actually. So the first step is just to go in and kill all the 4 bosses. Is this? Yep. Okay, it's not really hard. So basically you just have to kill them first. And then after you kill all the 4 bosses, you start to fight Shaper. Right, the 4 bosses are relatively easy. I think the only one that's difficult is that wolf guy. I don't know what's his name called. Yeah, that wolf guy. That's what I call him. Okay, first boss is dead. Honestly, right, it is okay if you want to use your ruby flask to burst them down, because some of the bosses are really annoying. Okay, third boss is dead. Okay, so no wolf boss over here. This is the spider. I think the spider has 2 phases, not sure. We'll find out. Feels like my volume is a bit soft. Yup, he's there. Oh, so he doesn't have... Oh, yup, he has 2 phases. He went up already. Just chill your way over here, get some flasks, and get back out. And now is the real Shaper fight. Okay, so the first phase is all about dodging his balls and lightning beams, and the skill that he will come fly up and crush down. Okay, so you can use... Yup, this skill is the one that he casts, and then you just need to run away and go back in and shoot. So this is a laser beam. Just stand behind him and just keep hitting. It's a free hit. Okay, so when you see the black hole over here, try to react to it immediately so that it pops somewhere else. Okay, never ever pop the black hole in that center. Okay, that I don't know what's that thing called. I just call it the black hole, the black orb or whatever. See, he has another one. Okay, so when you deplete him to 50%, he will teleport you to another location, and this is where you gotta travel through the map. Okay, so that means the first phase of Shaper is over. Okay, just run through the map like how you do a normal map. At the end, there will be a small mini boss. It's one of the Shaper's underlings. I don't really know what's that called, but yeah. The first one is relatively easy to kill. Should not be quite difficult. The second one is probably harder because you gotta dodge his balls first. So yeah, you see. So the first one is kinda easy. I'm not even using any flask, man. Okay, so for the second phase, right, he will execute a skill where lots of dark projectiles will fly all over. Like this now. All you gotta do is stand inside Zana's protective orb. Okay. And you gotta take note, okay, make sure the black hole doesn't come within. Okay, and most of the time he's probably gonna shoot his laser beam afterwards. Run. Repeat. Now that's the first time you see his ball. And okay, so when you deplete him until 25%, he's gonna bring you to another map again. That's where you are going to just run through the map the same. Okay, so for this map, it is slightly special. You can actually keep teleporting from the left, but I don't see any this round. Okay, so I'm gonna try and hit top left. Yep, I can teleport over. See, this is one great leap. And then probably I can teleport again. No need. Okay, when you reach the end of the boss, right, you gotta be careful. Let him shoot all his projectiles first. Because if you go too near to him, you'll probably get nuked. Like really badly and get one shot. Very easily. Look. See? And then just burst him down. Portal open. Go back in. And this is the third phase and the last phase of Shaper, okay? So he might do the projectile, the black dark projectile skill again. You just need to be careful. But other than that, you can just try and burst him down as much as possible. Right? He will summon, on and off, he will summon this portal where he summons the monsters. And you just need to look out for the the dark hole that comes along. Because sometimes it might just spawn right on top of you and you won't know, you might even die instantly. See? Okay, so look here. I reacted to the two black orbs there and I'm safe inside. Otherwise, if you were to stand inside, you'll probably like immediately die. Okay, that was not necessary, but pretend you didn't see that. Okay, just nuke him down, go back in. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was like lagging for a while there. Okay, there we go. Finish. That's how you do Shaper. It's really easy. Okay, if there's anything you would like to comment, feel free to write in the comment section below, or you can also hop over to my Discord channel Hideout and let me know. It's basically a chat channel for casual players to mingle around or ask any questions. Okay guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!